Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Monday of Drama is Life, where we talk about mental and social topics related to the past, present, and possibly future if we do not change what's going on currently. Hello, I am Theresa White, your host and CEO of In Time Creative Counseling Services, which is located here in Terre Haute, Indiana. I am conveniently located near the ISU Memorial Stadium. We do offer, if you're interested in our services, we do offer telehealth and also in-person services. And my focus is the expressive arts, drama therapy, psychodrama, and also individual therapy and counseling as well. My specialties are depression, trauma, anxiety, and grief. If you want more information, please reach out to us during our office hours, or you can reach me at our office or go online at www.intimeccs.com and look at our website to get more information about our services, or if you got questions about what trauma therapy is. But tonight's topic we're going to talk about is the holiday, right? So as people are celebrating the holiday, our topic tonight is freedom, family, and fun. And we're going to have a discussion about all three of those and how they relate. So tonight, you know that typically what's going on today, if it has not already happened, probably in your area, you have heard different fireworks and different sounds that are going on because people are celebrating the benefit of freedom. People are celebrating family. People are celebrating being able to have fun and basically doing what they want to do. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the history of freedom first. And then I'm going to talk to you about family and fun and how they relate to mental health. Because as we talked about before with Drama is Life, the purpose of our mental and social topics is to increase awareness around those topics, mental health, of course, but also to decrease the stigma of mental health, particularly in the African American community and faith-based community. So if you want to hear more information, please stay tuned. And as you come in, please speak, say hello, let me know that you're here, ask questions. The information that we do give you as a disclaimer is information purposes only. You are free to share it with others. We encourage you to share it with others that you may feel like would benefit from this conversation or this topic, or that can help somebody, because the benefit of what we want to do is be able to help somebody. I do want to give, before we get into our topic, I do want to let you know, in order to be able to help people, there are so many things going on in the world and people are hurting. And In Time Creative Counseling Services is definitely wanting to be able to help those who may have a financial need, but we need your help to be able to do that. I'm going to put that this out there now. We're not a nonprofit, but you are definitely free to give. We do offer pro bono services to those who are in need, and we also offer um, sliding scale. If those are people who are requesting a sliding scale, if they are, go through the qualifications, and if they are approved for sliding scale, we offer a sliding scale for those who meet those financial requirements to do so. I do want to ask, please, if it's on your heart to be able to help, how can you're asking, what can I do? How can I help? We would definitely love for you to be able to give toward us being able to help more people in the community that may have a financial need and want quality mental health services. And the services that I offer are specialized, so I know that they may not always be affordable to everyone, but I also want to make sure that we can reach those who really could benefit from those services. So if you're willing to help, please reach out and we can let you know how to do that. Um, Again, you can go to our website as well. We also have a Cash App, and our Cash App is In Time CCS. And all those who do give, we will have a report for you on how many people you've helped. We won't tell you necessarily who because of confidentiality, but how many people you've helped, and give you a generalization of diagnosis or what issues that you have helped someone to overcome with your financial contribution. And that's of any donation at all. We're not asking for a particular number, but if you want to help, I want to put that out there as well. Also, for those who are in the Vigo County School Corporation, we have life skills groups and social skills groups that have been going on this summer that are free of charge to those students. If you want to get your teenager anyone from ages 12, I guess I would say 12, but really 13 to 17, please reach out to us as well so we can get your students signed up before the summer is out. Now, to our topic, freedom, family, and fun. So, we all are here because some of us are here. Some people are working, but some people have had the day off, been able to spend time with family and just enjoy. I want to give, and I know a lot of people know the history of this holiday, the history of this day in general. And so I'll give a brief. I'm not going to go into a whole long spiel because that's not the focus of today's particular topic. But the freedom of the United States is what this holiday is about. And so with that freedom, that happened in 1776, July 4th. But just a couple of weeks ago, we also were celebrating the freedom of slave, on Juneteenth. So these last few weeks, we've been celebrating freedom. So I want to talk to you today about the benefits of freedom and also some limitations to freedom. So one of the benefits of freedom is, I'll give you the definition first before I tell you the benefits. Let me tell you the definition. The definition of freedom, according to website, is freedom is the right to express oneself in any way they choose. Is defined as the liberty of action or thought, independence, self-governed, or not controlled by an outside party. That definition itself can be unpacked for weeks. But I want you just to hear the word liberty. Liberty is another form of freedom, but it means that you have the freedom to be you. Okay. And it's really the freedom of thought, the freedom of choice, and of course the freedom of actions. So that's wonderful. That sounds great that we wake up and like today, you can look at, I have on, if you can tell, I have on a pink shirt. I have on, earrings, representing heritage, and I also have on my headband. And so I chose what I was going to put on today with regards to the confinements of society. So when we talk about the benefits, I had the right to choose whatever I wanted to put on. Now, the limitation to that right was that, what if I didn't want to put on anything? I could have not put on anything, but then that would have been a problem because if I'd have walked outside with no clothes on, I would have been breaking a civic law of indecent exposure. So even though I had the freedom to choose what I wear or if I wear anything, I also have a limitation on where I can express that right or that freedom. I can express that freedom in my own home and walk around how I would like to walk around. But at the moment that I step outside the bounds of that home, that space, and I come into an open community space, then I am also, and I want to use the word bound, but that's the word that's coming to me that I can think of right now. But bound by that particular civic law that I can't step outside the house and walk around nude. So as we talk about that's what I want to really hit on when we talk about freedom. Freedom is wonderful and it's great. We all want it. Want to be able to have the right to think, the right to choose. But you also have to make sure that that right that you're expressing is not endangering others or not going against the laws that society has made. And that's sometimes a very frustrating benefit, especially with all that's going on in the world. People have very different thoughts about laws and regulations and all types of things that are happening. And I'm not here to debate any of that, but I do want to I'm going to give you an actual scripture from the New Testament that talks about freedom. This kept coming across my timeline today, and I thought it was definitely very appropriate as we talk about freedom. And this is in not any ways trying to get you to necessarily agree or disagree, but I just want you to hear what the scripture says. So to start, this is Galatians, the 5th chapter, as we talk about freedom and the benefits of freedom. So with the benefits and limitations of freedom, the scripture of Galatians is Galatians 5, which is in the New Testament. And I'm going to read verse 1, and then I'm going to read verse 13 and 14. So if you have an app or you want to look at it, make sure I'm not saying anything sideways or against what is being said. This is and there's different versions. I'm going to read the King James Version. Then I'm going to read a different version, but verse 1 says, "Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty," there go that word, "wherewith Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage." Verse 13 says, "For brethren," to my men and women, "you have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another." Let me read that again. "For brethren, you have been called unto liberty. Only use it, not liberty for an occasion to the flesh, but use it to serve and love one another." Verse 15 says, "For all the law is fulfilled in one word, that is this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself." Okay? Love your neighbor as yourself. So that's what freedom really means. But I want you, again, the benefit of freedom is great that we all get it, but it costs people something. Most people, it has cost them their life. And in most countries, in our country, it's cost people their lives to give freedom to others. Now, in this particular one, and for those who may be of the kingdom of heaven, know about the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom of heaven, Christ is who gave his life for the freedom. So again, freedom always costs somebody something, and typically it costs people their lives. So when we celebrate it, we always celebrate it with the memorial that someone gave up their life for your freedom, whatever freedom that may be. Freedom to wear whatever clothes you want to wear, freedom to work where you want to work, the freedom to go to college or not go to college. Somebody has fought, sacrificed, and given something up so that you could have that freedom. And in breaking it down, even going to family, a lot of times families are the ones who are sacrificing, giving something up so that other family and societal members can also have said freedoms. But what I wanted to focus on is, again, that freedom that you get, the benefit of that freedom that comes is that, yes, I can choose and do what I want to do, and with limitations, because as I said, again, with regards to if I wear something that, is I can wear what I want to wear, again, in the confines, as long as I am being appropriate. Sorry, you guys. So with that, I want to also let you know that with freedom, one of the benefits, another benefit of freedom is that you get to make your own choices, right? Freedom of expression. People talk about free. I mean, free to express yourself. It's a song that says, "Express yourself. Got to be you and only you, baby." I don't know all the rights to that, but express yourself. And so you can express yourself in however you want, with the limitation that your expression is not causing harm to someone else. And I'll give it, and I mean like physical harm, or I don't walk into a very, I won't say limited institution, but I don't walk into an institution. Like, for example, for me, as an addiction counselor, when I ran groups for adolescents, they were not to wear attire that had illicit substances or derogatory language on their person. If they had to wear their shirt inside out, if they wore something like that, they had to go back to their car or go home and change before they could come to group. Because those types of expressions can cause conflict within the group. And so the purpose was to make sure that we were not inciting more of an issue. So we want to make sure that everybody was cordial, so you can express yourself, wear the colors you want to wear, as long as those colors or the outfit, I guess I would say your shirt or your attire, did not have derogatory language or language that was going to be offensive to the objective of what we were doing, which was an addiction group. So again, freedom within limits. With this particular passage that we're talking about, or that talks about freedom, it says you are free, but make sure that you stand, that you can, and what stand fast means is to make sure that you continue, stay free. Don't go back to what you used to do, what you were struggling with before, what kept you in bondage, what was the issue. Don't go back to that. Somebody gave their life up for this freedom. Make sure that you respect that, honor that by staying free. And that applies to life in general. As we talk about, go down a few verses, and it says to make sure that you love your neighbor as yourself. That's every law. Every law, it don't matter if it's the United States law, but in this case, it's talking about biblical laws as well. Every law is hinged upon one law: love your neighbor as yourself. Love people like you, treat people like you want to be treated. That's not just a saying, it's actually a scripture. You want to be treated this way, treat people that same way. You have the liberty to do, say, think, express yourself how you want to. But also with that liberty, your limitation is consider other people. Is your freedom to do A, B, and C, whatever that may be, going to be a safety issue or hurt somebody else or cause conflict to the point that it's going to cost more than it does to express? I hope that makes sense. And so when we say freedom, family, and fun, again, this is a time that everybody's coming together. Most people are coming together and enjoying family, enjoying friends, coming together, enjoying food. So they put that F in there as well: freedom, family, food, and fun. But that also comes with a limitation. When you come, we're not coming, and you're not going to come in the house or and start throwing furniture around. You're not going to come in the house and start fighting people. Again, you have the right and the choice to do that. But when you start doing that, you limit the freedom that has been given to you, because within this space, we want to continue the fun. We want to continue the fellowship. We want to continue having a good time with the people that we're around. And so, even though you have the freedom to choose, please be mindful of those who are around you. And so, I say that because it's a whole community thought that we can get so caught up in our right to choose, our right to be who we want to be, our right to express, our right to say what we want to say, that we don't really consider what other people are feeling, thinking, and how it affects society, how it affects family. That's the foundation of society, how it affects other people. And that's where the society breaks up, when it's all about me, myself, and I don't consider others. So, as you are encouraging, is this family, fun, friends, whatever, fellowship, whatever you're doing on today, food and fun, and you're celebrating freedom, please keep in mind that that freedom, first of all, costs. It has some great benefits. It's wonderful to be able to get up and choose what job you want to go to. But again, that has limitations. This job says be here at a certain time, or you can't keep this job. This job says you have to stay here for a certain time, or you can't keep this job. This job says do these certain tasks, or you can't keep this job. So again, you have freedoms to choose this job, but within this job, we have expectations. So within our freedom guidelines, there's expectations that we don't run out and go shoot people, and that's held to everybody's standard. Should be. Um, that we don't go. I don't go out and just start attacking people. I don't go out and with fireworks. Another one of our F's for today. Fireworks. I don't just go. I don't. There are certain places I have the freedom to shoot off fireworks. Yes, but within the limitations. We don't do fireworks in the house. We don't do fireworks close to people. There's a certain amount of feet that the fireworks, give their warning to say, please make sure you are this amount of feet away, or that you have it's adult use only, or that kind of thing. Because again, the freedom to do and express and have fun and to enjoy also comes with consequences and responsibility. And you can actually flip those responsibility and consequences, because without us staying in those guidelines of what our freedoms are bringing us, then we crumble, and we go back to, as that verse and passage was talking about. If you continue reading, it actually talks about that people start going after each other, which is why it says no. Consider when you are free, that you're not free in yourself to go just do whatever you want to other people. You're not free within yourself to go treat anybody any type of way. You are free to express yourself again, but within that limit. Consider the fact that if that was you, would you want that same freedom of expression toward you? So I say that because a lot of times when we see one side of the coin, we're not talking about the other side of the coin. So with freedom, and you're going to express yourself to your family, or you're going to be with your friends, please make sure that you keep that fun. And the only way to keep it fun is if the one is F is not there, fighting, um, that people are still enjoying food, funny, fellowship, and just having a good time. But again, that we keep in mind that we are all here considering one another so that we could enjoy each other's company. And as freedom says, for long life. The point of freedom is so that people can live a better life than they were living before. I can't do that if I don't consider other people. I can't do that if I'm only thinking about myself, my choice, my expression, my freedom. No, I have to consider that my choice affects other people. My choices or my lack of choices affects others, whether I think it does or not. And so sometimes I think that needs to also be stated, because that also goes a lot of times within our mental health and our social health, and how we relate to others is a huge part of our freedom, and if we actually have the right to be free. And I get that, we have a lot of injustices that are happening, that people are, um, are having struggles with all over the country. But with regards to today, I just want you to keep in mind, first of all, that freedom costs somebody their life. Your religious freedom costs somebody their life. Your your physical freedom costs somebody their life. And so sometimes I think people can, we all as people can forget. It's another F we don't want to do. We don't want to forget that this costs people who are still in family, people who have lost family members during this time, or that have lost family members for freedom, and that affects their family. People giving up their life has affected other people because they're not here. And so we want to make sure that we're having some good fun in doing so, and considering other people. Consider your actions, consider your words, and consider if you would want that done, said, or expressed to you that way. And so, especially in mental health, when we teach, relational awareness, social awareness, it is always to not only consider how you feel, that first is to be done first. Consider me, how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. But then, okay, once I express this, let's walk that out. The responsibility of expressing this, because there is definitely an appropriate time and place to do those things. What is going to be the outcome? What's the consequences of this? Is this going to encourage more fun? Are we going to laugh and have a good time of this expression? Are we going to have fights and issues that should not be part of this celebration, part of this event, or whatever may be happening today? So, as you consider your freedom, and as we are wanting freedom, and a lot of things, and people are still fighting for different things to happen in our society, in our families, to make sure that we consider that freedom also comes with the responsibility that we take care of each other. And so, if you don't hear anything else out of all that I've said today, kind of my scattered remarks on freedom, please take care of each other. Please, let's take care of one another as family. Take care of one another as your society, because I know a lot of times we may feel like, well, I'm gonna just keep to myself. The choice, you have that right and that choice to keep to yourself, but that also has a consequence. That also has, it affects other people. When you don't have connections with people, when we're not together, when we're not talking, that has an effect on people. And it may not just be an effect on me and the other person, or you and the other person, that can trickle down. And so sometimes we don't think about what that is, but it's really like the butterfly effect, if you've ever heard of that or either saw the movie of the butterfly effect. But it really is that one action, um, one thing can change and ripple effect in a good way, or sometimes in a not so good way. So I want you to have good fun, good, healthy fun. But please, in the middle of your fun and your freedom to choose and your celebration and all, not just today, but all that you do, please make sure that you consider your community, that you consider your family, that you consider those that are around you, consider your workplace, consider those that are in your life, and those who may come down the line, because what you do today will definitely affect what goes on tomorrow and the next day after that, as we have seen in our history, that what somebody did hundreds of years ago is affecting what we are dealing with and having to celebrate in some cases today. So, thank you for joining again for Drama is Life. Please make sure that you enjoy your freedom, and also consider others, that with that freedom, that you love one another, that you uphold, and I say esteem, uphold others above yourself, so that you can have fun with family, friends, and whoever else that you choose to fellowship with today. You guys have a great, great holiday, and we hope that we'll see you on our next Drama is Life. Bye bye.